Here are some Valentine's Day Pokemon iconic couples. First up is quite an obvious one, it's Plusle and Minun. Now these two are so close together, there's not actually much difference between the two. Apart from the color palette swap and the slight stats differences, these two are often used in tandem in the Pokemon TCG. Also, the two were speculated to be partially coded in Super Smash Bros. Brawl as the same character, Ice Climber style. The game's code included a few characters that were cut early in development, and one of them was called plusle. Plusle could have alluded to the pair, especially because the game came out near the time of Gen 3. And plusle would have totally made sense thinking about the time that Super Smash Brawl came out, and the fact that they're from Gen 3. Next up is Sandshrew and Alolan Sandshrew. Do they technically count as the same Pokemon? Do they also live in completely different habitats? Am I biased and I chose them because they're my favorite Pokemon of all time? Well, yes. Now, these two were also the faces of the Tottori Prefecture in Japan. Due to the famous sand dunes there, and in collaboration with Pokemon, they've adopted Sandshrew as their mascot, and they've even named March 10th as Sandshrew Day. The town also has Sandshrews plastered all over locations, and also all over local snacks too. So whether you like the yellow mustard Cantonian Sandshrew, or the steel hard white Alolan Sandshrew, there really is no real wrong answer, because they're both just so adorable. Now, you can let us know if we've missed any here, because the last ones on my list are also personal favorites of mine. This is Umbreon and Espeon. Now, I'm a millennial and a child of the early 2000s, and you couldn't be a Pokemon fan back then without idolizing Pokemon Coliseum. It's the darkest that Pokemon has ever got, in a storyline that saw you stealing evil Pokemon from enemies. The main character was also a little bit older than we're used to seeing, and because it was double battles only, what better starter Pokemon to have in the game than Umbreon and Espeon? Since then, the two have gone on to be fan favorites and are still beloved till this day. They were both from Gen 2 and had similar ways to evolve. Umbreon had to evolve at night, while Espeon had to evolve during the day. As I said, these are all my personal picks, so make sure to let us know what yours are in the comments.